The dark web. It's a term that evokes images of shadowy figures, illicit deals, and a world hidden from the prying eyes of the ordinary internet user. But what exactly is the dark web? Is it a den of criminal activity, a haven for whistleblowers, or something in between? The truth, as is often the case, is more nuanced and complex than the sensationalized headlines might suggest. This essay aims to shed light on the dark web, exploring its origins, its mechanisms, and its implications for users. The roots of the dark web can be traced back to the early days of the internet. In the 1990s, the US Naval Research Laboratory developed the onion routing Tor project, initially intended to protect US intelligence communications. Tor is a network that allows users to browse the internet anonymously by routing their traffic through a series of volunteer-operated servers, obscuring their IP address and location. While Tor was initially developed for government use, it was eventually released to the public, becoming a cornerstone of the dark web. The anonymity provided by Tor made it attractive to a diverse range of users, including privacy advocates, journalists, and activists operating in repressive environments. However, the same anonymity that empowered these individuals also made Tor an attractive tool for criminals seeking to operate outside the reach of law enforcement. The dark web has evolved significantly since its early days. The number of dark web websites known as hidden services has grown exponentially. These websites host a wide range of content, from forums and marketplaces to whistleblowing platforms and file-sharing services. The dark web has also become increasingly commercialized, with marketplaces dedicated to selling illegal goods and services, such as drugs, weapons, and stolen data. Accessing the dark web requires specific software and configurations. The most common tool is the Tor Browser, a modified version of the Firefox browser that connects to the Tor network. Tor Browser routes internet traffic through a series of relays, obscuring the user's IP address and making it difficult to trace their online activity. Hidden services, the websites hosted on the dark web, use special domain names ending in onion. These domain names are not registered with traditional domain name registries and can only be accessed using Tor. The onion addresses are long and complex, making them difficult to remember and share. In addition to Tor, other technologies are used to access the dark web, such as I2P, Invisible Internet Project, and Freenet. These networks offer different levels of anonymity and security, each with its own strengths and weaknesses. The choice of network depends on the user's specific needs and risk tolerance. Navigating the dark web can be challenging. Traditional search engines do not index hidden services, making it difficult to find specific content. Instead, users often rely on directories, forums, and word-of-mouth recommendations to discover hidden services. The lack of centralized indexing and regulation makes the dark web a complex and constantly evolving ecosystem. The dark web, despite its association with criminal activity, serves a variety of purposes, both legal and illegal. It provides a platform for individuals to exercise their right to free speech, particularly in countries where censorship is prevalent. Journalists, activists, and whistleblowers can use the dark web to communicate securely and anonymously, protecting themselves from retaliation. The dark web also offers a degree of privacy and security not available on the surface web. Individuals concerned about surveillance and data collection can use the dark web to protect their online identity and communications. Cryptocurrencies, often used for transactions on the dark web, provide an additional layer of anonymity. However, the anonymity and secrecy of the dark web also make it an attractive environment for illegal activities. Dark web marketplaces facilitate the sale of drugs, weapons, stolen data, and other illicit goods and services. Cybercriminals use the dark web to trade hacking tools, stolen credentials, and exploit kits. The decentralized and unregulated nature of the dark web makes it difficult for law enforcement to track down and prosecute criminals operating within its confines. While the dark web offers anonymity and privacy, it also presents significant risks and dangers. Users must be aware of the potential threats and take precautions to protect themselves. The dark web is home to scammers, hackers, and other malicious actors seeking to exploit unsuspecting users. One of the most significant risks is malware. Dark web websites may host malicious software designed to steal data, compromise devices, or gain unauthorized access to accounts. Users should exercise extreme caution when downloading files or clicking links on the dark web. Another risk is law enforcement surveillance. While the dark web provides a degree of anonymity, law enforcement agencies are actively monitoring dark web activity and developing techniques to identify and apprehend criminals operating within this space. Users should be aware that their activities on the dark web may be subject to surveillance. The dark web, despite its mystique and notoriety, is not a separate entity detached from the rest of the internet. Its activities, both legal and illegal, have real-world consequences that extend beyond its virtual boundaries. The illegal drug trade on the dark web contributes to real-world drug addiction and its associated social problems. The sale of stolen data leads to identity theft, financial fraud, and other forms of cybercrime. The dark web also raises important questions about the balance between privacy and security. While anonymity can empower individuals and protect freedom of speech, it also creates opportunities for criminal activity. Striking a balance between these competing interests is a complex challenge for policymakers and law enforcement agencies. Understanding the dark web and its implications is essential for informed digital citizenship. Users should be aware of the risks and dangers associated with the dark web, and take appropriate precautions to protect themselves. They should also be aware of the legal and ethical implications of their actions on the dark web. If you choose to explore the dark web, it is crucial to take precautions to protect yourself from potential risks. Using a reputable VPN or virtual private network can add an extra layer of security by encrypting your internet traffic and masking your IP address. Keep your operating system, browser, and antivirus software up to date to protect against malware and other threats. Be wary of phishing scams and other social engineering tactics used to steal personal information. Avoid clicking on suspicious links or downloading files from untrusted sources. Use strong, unique passwords for your dark web accounts and enable two-factor authentication whenever possible. Remember that the dark web is a high-risk environment. Exercise caution and avoid engaging in any illegal activities. If you encounter illegal content or activities, report them to the appropriate authorities. The dark web is constantly evolving, with new technologies, trends, and challenges emerging regularly. The use of artificial intelligence and machine learning is increasing, both by law enforcement agencies seeking to track down criminals, and by criminals themselves seeking to evade detection. The rise of cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology is also shaping the future of the dark web. Cryptocurrencies provide a decentralized and anonymous way to conduct transactions, making them attractive to both legitimate and illegitimate users. Blockchain technology can be used to create secure and anonymous communication channels and data storage systems. The dark web is likely to become increasingly integrated with the Internet of Things. As more devices become connected to the internet, they become potential targets for cyber attacks. The dark web could provide a platform for trading stolen data from IoT devices and launching DDoS attacks. The dark web is a complex and multifaceted realm, full of both opportunities and dangers. It is a place where individuals can exercise their freedom of speech, access information, and protect their privacy. However, it is also a place where criminal activity flourishes, and users must be aware of the risks and take appropriate precautions. The dark web is a reflection of the broader internet, with both its positive and negative aspects amplified. It is a reminder that technology is a double-edged sword, capable of empowering individuals and enabling criminal activity. Understanding the dark web and its implications is essential for navigating the digital landscape safely and responsibly. While the dark web may hold a certain allure for some, it is not a place for casual browsing. The risks and dangers are real, and the consequences of engaging in illegal activities can be severe. For most users, the surface web provides ample opportunities for communication, information sharing, and commerce without the inherent risks associated with the dark web. Remember to subscribe to our channel for more informative content, and give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful.